Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Sailor Station. I'm Gabriel Miller.
And I'm Dan Quigley. We thank you for joining us today. Now, as we all know, this pandemic has been hurting us all. Our families, friends, teachers, businessmen, and so many more. However, it seems like this has been especially hard for those in the medical field, like doctors and nurses.
These individuals have been working hard to get people through this crisis. So, for us to hear that a vaccine is currently being developed must be relief to those in that field and to the people around the world. I had the chance to discuss the current work being done on the COVID vaccine. Let's take a look.
Hello, today we have an update on the COVID vaccine being privately produced by the pharmaceutical company Pfizer. The pharmaceutical company Pfizer has allegedly created a coronavirus vaccine that is 90% effective. The Pfizer vaccine has gone through a large-scale trial of over 43,000 participants so far without any safety issues or any harm done to the individuals participating. Some doctors have even remarked that the vaccine seems to be very promising and yields great effects. Such an example would be Dr. Sunil Sood at Northwell Hospital, who said, quote, "This shows that most people who developed infection were placebo recipients, and most of those who got the actual vaccine did not get infected. Nevertheless, some healthy skepticism is needed, and more trials will and should be done. Also, the ongoing threat of viral mutation is a cause for concern because they might have to make another vaccine." Back to you.
Now, although a vaccine has been developed and is ready for distribution, this does not mean that the COVID fatigue is ended yet. Even though this is not something very pleasant to think about, it is important that we keep the hope that tomorrow will be better.
Especially during this crisis, it is important that we keep some sort of human connection with each other. Although this won't mean physically having a human interaction, this could mean talking to other people by video chat or calling them on the phone.
One way some students have been keeping a connection with other people is by watching shows on the internet that feature people doing special things. Jacob Reyes had the pleasure to have a socially distant interview with the creator of the Humans of Oceanside webcast to get her view on how interviewing has become a vital part keeping human connections alive during this pandemic.
Hello, Sailor Nation. I'm Jacob Reyes. I'm about to head on over to my dear friend Emma Romano's house for an interview. She's the creator of the popular website Humans of Oceanside, responsible for interviewing dozens of different Oceanside students, and she's made quite a name for herself here. So, as an interviewer myself, or young interviewer in broadcasting, I'm looking to learn a few tips from her, and hopefully she can show me the ropes a little bit. So, let's go. So, what got you into the interviewing process?
I really like finding out more about other people, and I like listening to others and their stories. So I started interviewing people to get more information out of them and hear what their life is about.
Did you have any inspirations?
I drew most of my inspiration from Humans of New York, where they ask questions to people in New York City and even around the world.
So, with all this interviewing, what do you do to de-stress?
I like to play with my dog, Charlie. What are you, good boy?
If you had any advice to give to someone else looking to interview people on their own sort of website, maybe create a Humans of Oceanside of their own, what would it be?
I'd say just ask anything that feels natural and to build off of the person's response to make it seem like you care and understand what they're saying.
Okay, that's very good stuff. Thank you. So, thanks so much, Emma. I feel like I learned a few tips about interviewing. Hope to one day be half the interviewer you are. Thank you for having me. As for the viewer, we really appreciate your time. Check out some of her interviews and look forward to more Sailor Station broadcasts. So I'll see you next time. I was Jacob Reyes. This is Emma Romano.
Another great activity that people are delving into during this pandemic is music. Whether it's listening to new music, learning to play an instrument, or maybe even both at the same time. Some enthusiasts may know a new album has been released by American singer, songwriter, and musician Tom Petty. In honor of the album's release, Alex Benowitz joins us today to share his love for the artist and his music through his own musical talents.
Hello, Sailor Station. With the release of Tom Petty's new album called Wildflowers and All the Rest, I decided that I'm going to play my top 5 favorite Tom Petty songs for you. Let's go.
watching the water, watching the coast. Suddenly I know what I want the most.
Well, there you have it. There's not too many artists that are better than Tom Petty. See you next week on Sailor Station.
One of the most special things about Oceanside community is that we have the ability to adapt and overcome a situation with the collaboration of creative minds. It's always important to remember that community is better united than it is apart. So please wear a mask, wash your hands regularly, and even though it is hard, please avoid gathering with people who do not live in your household. We must do our part in order to keep our schools open and our students and staff safe.
This ends this week's episode of the Sailor Station. Be sure to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss the episode so many have been waiting for. When we finally showcase holiday festivities and winter activities you can try over the upcoming winter break.
I am really looking forward to that. From all of us in the broadcasting class, thank you for watching. I'm Gabriel Miller.
And I'm Dan Quigley.
And for all things Sailor Station,
we are the Sailor Station.